morning, Vietnam. How are you guys this morning? Oh, little Robin Williams in the house. I haven't heard from him in a while. Interesting. Interesting. How is everybody this morning? I feel like I have something I'm forgetting, but that's okay. I live between lost and found. Where do you live? Good morning, love. How are you this morning? How are you this morning? I have been a little late coming on this morning. Well, I really don't have a set time. I live kind of in this fluid state where whatever happens, happens. And some days I'm a little better than others. I freaking smashed my hand today in a fence, a horse fence. And I'm like, you know, when you pop one of those veins, it's not good. Good morning. Good morning. How is everybody this morning? So I've been outside working, much to my husband's and actually our oldest son's dismay. I was out. It's funny. Okay. So we got a new truck. It's not a new truck. It's a used truck. Who wants to pay for a new truck? But Sam had it and it doesn't have a hitch on it yet anyways. And so I hooked it up to I hooked the little hay trailer up to the Escalade. How bougie is this? Okay, so I hooked the hay trailer up to the Escalade, and I'm driving through the hayfield like a gangster, picking up hay out of the hayfield. And my husband didn't know I was doing this, and he come home yesterday. He was kind of pissed, but it had to be done, and he had to go to work. So I was out there doing that, and today I'm making chicken coops. And so it's like we're getting ready for winter. Is anybody else doing this thing where you're getting ready for winter? How do you prepare for the change of the seasons? It was 54 degrees this morning when I went outside. 54. It was just August a couple days ago. But seasons change and things come and go and all the flow is happening, right? So we move with it and we go with it and we flow with it. And that's what we're doing today. Going with the flow. But what I am looking for today is a little bit of input. I'm getting ready to record some new meditations for the My Mystical Life membership. And I start with this topic of the meditation. The following one, you look forward to it. Good afternoon, Linda Saunders. How are you? Jessie Cheek, good morning. There's my sister Angel. There's Pre, good morning. And Shannon, hi, everybody. I'm looking for topics for guided meditations. Janet Gates, good morning. What would you guys like to hear a meditation about? Good morning, Taryn. I have so what I do when I record meditations is I actually just start with the topic, and I never know where I'm going. Like I said, I live within that flow, and I work with Archangel Metatron, or just Metatron because he's not really an archangel. And I just kind of bring across whatever he thinks needs to go into it. So all of the meditations within the membership are shamanic journeys. They're all done to some form of drumming or tempo music. Of course, all music has tempo, but to a theta brainwave inducing sound. But they are also channeled through Metatron. So I'm looking for topics of meditation. Like, what would people like to hear a guided meditation about? Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Becky Fox. How are you? And that's what I will be doing later today is I will be recording some meditations. I have some, Teresa White, how are you? I have Silly Rabbit. Good morning. I also have some hypnosis sessions, some guided hypnosis sessions I have to record. And I know that I have to check on that one just to see what that needs to be done. And then I have some healing sessions. I would like to record the rest of these for the rest of the year. So we have shifts and changes going on within the membership, and that is something we'll talk about later as well. But do you guys have what would you guys find relaxing sitting down to a guided meditation for? I know we probably have 60 of them in the membership. And we have a lot. We have one for 5 years every month for 5 years. So and then some extras. But so let's get some feedback on that. What would you find to be a relaxing meditation? Da-na-na-na-na. You listen for positive energy. I like that. Positivity. Clearing anxiety. So I think I have a couple hypnosis sessions up there already that has clearing anxiety, but I don't think I have one for meditation. Been hiding out, healing from grief. Both parents passed a few days apart. Teresa, I'm so sorry. Condolences. I totally understand hiding in the grief, and just being off on the side. I get that. Sending you so much love. Absolutely. I can't imagine. Loving yourself. I love that. It's a great idea for a meditation. We don't do that enough, do we? We don't do that enough. Amber, good morning. Isis, good morning. I am so excited to say Isis is back doing intuitive practice, you guys. And this month she is doing what we consider muscle testing, or using your body as a pendulum. So that is what practice is going to be on this month, which is the second Thursday of, and I need to change. No, I don't actually. Second Thursday of the month. I was just running through things in my mind. Things run through my mind so often. They run in and they run out. And they're just gone. It's okay. I used to think that this was a problem, and now I see it as a superpower. Good morning, Ashley Marie. How are you this morning? Anybody else have that superpower? Like, I can't remember shit. Superpower. Marcy, good morning. Hi from Wasion. Good morning, Chad Patterson. How are you this morning? Wasion is local, for anybody wondering. Local to Ohio. What do we have on sale this week? We have palm stones on sale, 20% off on the mystical moons. You can buy online or come in store. Those are on sale, and then next week is something else. Specimens. We have some really good specimens in the store. Okay, so let's get a whoop whoop going in the morning. This morning, let us get some readings going. So I have positive energy, clearing anxiety, and loving yourself. I will absolutely work on these meditations, and I'm going to be adding some of our older meditations to the YouTube channel, and possibly adding them to TikTok as well. Let's see. School bus time. There went a school bus. You have the superpower of bad decision making. Only if we Amber. Only if we revolve in it, right? Only if we revolve in it. We have to move forward. Kelly Dix, good morning. Janet Asham, good morning. Okay, let's go with. I keep wanting to go with Jessie Cheek. I've reviewed this feed a couple times, and it just keeps going, Jessie. Good morning, Trudy Gale. My question this morning, you guys, is what is a good guided meditation that you guys would like to hear? I am making a list. I'm going to be checking it twice. No, I'm making a list of new meditations to put out there and new hypnosis sessions. What is it something you would like to change through hypnosis? And this isn't, nobody's dancing like a chicken. Okay. I know a lot of people have the misconception that hypnotherapists want to make people dance like a chicken. I have no interest in that. I just don't. What's really funny is I did platform hypnosis years ago, and I was the subject of it. I was not the person doing it. I was the person sitting, and I was a nail technician at the time, and I was at a big, huge nail conference, and we did get up and do stupid shit like that. We really did. It was funny. I enjoyed it. It was a good time. Okay. Release childhood trauma. I like that. I don't know that I have one on there about that, actually. I know we have things for smoking and we have things for soul retrieval and all sorts of stuff, but I don't know that um, we have that. I'll have to look. Teresa White, are you still doing readings, either a 30-minute or 1 hour, depending on what you can afford? Teresa, yes, I am still doing readings. I have to check my schedule to see if I have any available right now. But if you message me to remind me, I will definitely check that schedule to make sure I have some up. Matching, I like that. Feel your desires. Matching heart and mind. I like that. Okay. Good morning from Romania. Okay, here we go, Jesse. Here we go. The first card that I have, I'm a little discombobulated on how they want to do this morning. Good morning, Katrina. Oh, who's familiar with the blue avians on here? Anybody familiar with the blue avians? I am. I've actually had them pop in on me one morning. I was in bed and I was like, what the absolute hell? Because they come across a little bit weird. And this is actually part of it, Jesse. So they come across as a little bit weird to us because their physicality is a little bit weird, but they are some of the oldest, matter of fact, they are considered the oldest energies in our solar system, in our universe. They are the oldest energies, and they are a thought form energy. So they can be have a physicality, but when they're traveling, they use light vehicles. Okay. So they're talking about you stepping into your energy, your mysticism, Jesse, they're talking about you stepping into your intuition and letting go of some of the things in life that are holding you back. And the reason I hesitated, you guys, to do Jesse's reading is because I know Jesse, and Jesse and I've talked recently, and I was like, I don't want to do that. I feel like I'm cheating. But Vivian, how are you? But when my guides come in 2 or 3 times and they're like, hey, you need to do this, then I know that there's something to say. So they're saying, hey, it's time to step into your mysticism, time to step away from some of the philosophies that you've been holding for yourself that don't feel as if they're working. And the blue avian is spelled, of course, blue, and then avian, Avian. They are definitely a unique looking extraterrestrial energy, but they also work a lot with the Merkaba. They work a lot with sacred geometry, and the Merkaba is actually their mode of transportation. Everybody knows some people, hopefully know what a Merkaba is. The Merkaba is also what we would consider Metatron's cube. Okay, that sacred geometry, and what you do, and there's actually a meditation in the group about this, that so you can go look this up, Jesse, on how to meditate or how to use your Metatron's cube. And it can be a brain bender when you're starting to do this meditation, because in your meditation you're sitting there and you have one triangle going in one direction, and then you have to teach your brain to take the other triangle and go in the other direction and do this. And let me tell you what, it is amazing, because not only do you activate that sacred geometry and that energy, when you set inside of that in your meditation, you can go anywhere. It's really amazing. It really is cool. Good morning. Can person plan a? I don't know, Amber. That one I have no idea. I have no idea. I don't think it can be planned. No. All right, and then I'm supposed to pull you 3 cards, Jesse. I keep hearing this song, and I don't know who it's for yet. It's not for Jesse, but it'll be for somebody. I know. I keep hearing someday your prince will come. Someday your prince. Oh, I love this. Okay. So time to step out of discord. Time to step out of discord. It's not serving you. Whatever you're battling against, It's time to get away from that. Quit feeling like you're holding the heavy load, right? You don't have to do things by yourself because you need to start moving forward into your happiness. I don't need to tell you anymore. Boom. Right? Good morning. Good morning. So Victoria, there isn't a list. The way I work this is if your guides think you need information, I go through the list and I'll ask for a whoop whoop and that just lets me know who's in the room. And also I can look at that person's name and go, okay, what do my guides have to say? And they'll let me know that that person needs the reading more than anybody else in the room at the moment. So it's truly I love reading this way. So you could be the first one on the call or the readings, or the last one, and anywhere in between, and you might get pulled. Moving on. Okay. Can I get a whoop whoop in the room? Got a question about animal dreams and ones that are weird and don't make sense. I have a weird dream. I was in a house and there were different kinds of interesting animals, but that you wouldn't have as pets. You kind of have to take from that what you get, Katrina. You know, what is your gut on that? What is your gut? I have taken my child self. I'm sorry. Into Metatron's cube and walked around the outer circles with the one recording you did. It's very powerful. I am so excited that you did that, Trudy, because it isn't, and it's totally guided. That's Metatron, you know, and he loves to help people step in and feel their own energy and feel their own power. And when we can do that and we step away from that, we see ourselves in a whole different light. It's really cool. It's thought travel. It's amazing. Absolutely. He's somewhere on a turtle list in the woods. I am so lost on that one. Okay, I'm going to go with Joe Megan B. Joe Megan B. Joe Megan, what I want to say is, first of all, make sure you're taking time out of life to enjoy some things, okay? I feel as if just standing outside and you know, putting your face to the sun and feeling that sunshine is a precious thing. What are you doing? I swear to you, this is not your chair. There are many like it, but this is mine. Cat. Take time to find the pleasure in the little things like that, right? Because they keep doing that. They're like, are you finding your own peace? Or are you living somebody else's version of what your peace should be? Very often in life, we try to live up to other people's version of who they think we are. And I think that it's time to do a reset for yourself. Time to find that moment of silence, that moment of peace for yourself, and be like, is this what I have designed for myself? Or has somebody designed my life for me? Am I living? What is this for? Am I living? Look at me. I have no idea what this little thing is for. I just realized it's up there. It's you could actually have three or four different times in your life when you're going to do this, because you are going to have to sit back and reevaluate some things where you go, I think you have a habit of filling slots for other people. And then pushing a boundary and creating discord. So after a while, you get into this loop where you're like, you know what? I don't have to do that. And then you start to live up to who you think you should be again. And then you'll fall back again. Pressure. And that's what I hear. Under pressure. So I love that guide. It is, it's okay. Most of us are living according to what people think we should do or what people think we should be. It's how we're raised, conform. That's why we put away our imaginary friends, right? All those things. So pay attention to yourself. Are you fitting somebody else's mold? And this is something that they're talking about as well. It's kind of like when you're younger and your parents want to go to school to be a dentist. So you work really hard to make your parents proud to go to school to be a dentist. And I know you're probably going to go to school to be a dentist, but it's an example. And then when you're a dentist, you've worked so hard to get the approval, to get the everything that they put behind that, and you realize you just wanted to be a florist. So it's stuff like that. So pay attention to that. They're really wanting you to find your joy in life. And they're talking about this. I think that there's something that you do in life as a pattern that you don't find a lot of joy in. Beautiful. How are you? They're like, it's so deep. Okay. Moving on. My turkeys have an appointment. I didn't think I would like turkeys, you guys. So we have turkeys in the yard. And sometimes they're in the neighbor's yard too. I'm surprised we still have 6 turkeys. But hi, Diana. How are you? But they have an appointment on the 21st. I'll be in Denver. A bunch of us will be in Denver. So if anybody lives close to Denver, we will be at the BMSE, the Body, Mind, and Spirit Expo in Denver on the 21st, 22nd. I don't know what days. Some days this month. We'll be there the 20th, 21st, and 22nd of this month. And it will be Meredith Reed Jansen. My friend Shannon is going as well. You guys didn't know that yet. And then we're picking up Laura Berwick on the way, Laura Kading, and we are going to the Body, Mind, and Spirit Expo in Denver. So that is our next destination. We're very excited. Hey, Liz, very excited to head over that way. And I think that it's going to be Shannon's first time being in Denver. I've only driven through Denver. Any meditations to clear this and find my own path? Joe Megan, give me a second because now I have to remember what I said. Living up to other people's thoughts. You know what? I think this would be more of a living to others' expectations. I don't know that I have any in there, but I think I might have a guided hypnosis on that. I'll have to check that. Oh, did you know Shannon's going, Meredith? I'll probably end up driving to town because we're going to jump on 80, 90. I'll probably end up coming to town. You're trying to come to Denver, Diana? Oh my gosh, that would be so much fun. I know Tammy Ammett's in Denver. We're going to have a couple people over there in Denver that we are just going to have a blast. We rented a house. So that we could fit all the people that we have that are going to be working the booth there. I think it only takes 6 though. Okay. Oh, I have 5 in it already, so I'm not quite sure how that goes. But well, anyways, we're moving on. Okay. Under pressure. It is going wonderful, Elizabeth. Mr. Fry won't be back until November. You guys probably won't see him until November. He left for a while, and it's not like I don't want him to be here. Don't think he's gone for good. He has a turnaround, so he is working 60 days straight and just working his tail off. So we won't see him for 2 months here online, and I apologize for that. But I'll be doing his class next week. I don't know what I'm doing class on yet. And for anybody that didn't catch last night's class was going to be added to the business portion of the membership. So we have, I think, 4 or 5 classes already in the business portion, 5 at least. And it's all on how to, if you want to do this like this, how to move forward and do that, right? But last night's class was on branding. It's totally on branding, how to create an online presence that is recognizable when you pop on. I am not a good example of this right now because I don't have my logo on here or anything like that. So maybe I should do that. Okay. All right. Not till I just said it. Yeah, I told her she's going to be cramped. Okay. All right, moving on. Can I get a whoop whoop in the room? We are going to have so much fun. We are going to have so much fun. And then Diana, come on, girl. Let's see. I'm scrolling and I'm scrolling and I'm scrolling. Oh, I'm covered in hay rash. Whew. Covered in hay. Elizabeth Clark. Elizabeth Clark. Elizabeth, I think I'm going to do a bit of mediumship. I have this person that's coming across. I don't know whether it's male or female or I don't know a lot yet. All I know is this person had a little bit of a hard time breathing. They had some issue with one side of their face. Why are you not giving me male or female? And I'm rocking. And I'm not rocking like I normally would be like this. So they're giving me the idea that it's actually not part of my habit. I'm actually rocking to the side a little bit. I'm not quite sure if somebody sat in a chair and they rocked a little bit like this. I want to say I feel like this is a female or very effeminate man. But this person had a hard time breathing, or maybe they were just very slight when they passed away. Maybe they had lost a lot of weight. They didn't feel as if they were full power, not full power, but able to do the things they wanted to do. But this person is absolutely, they have a problem on one side. I don't know if they had a stroke or an embolism or something along those lines, but I feel like they had a hard time breathing at the end of their life. And they had, at some point or another, they had the thing under their nose. And I'm wondering if they didn't have an eye issue in one of their eyes a little worse than the other. Does this make sense to you at all? Does this make sense to you at all, Elizabeth? Somebody on their side that's passed away. It's not normally how I bring information across. They usually want me to give a memory. Let me see if I can get any kind of information. What I do see is somebody with like an apron or something, as if they were cooking, and they are taking their apron up and they're wiping their hands off on the front of their dress or on their apron or something along that line. If they were cooking or baking, I feel like there might have been some baking involved because I see flour. I think it may be my maternal grandmother. Was she a baker? Did she, not a baker as a profession, but is that a memory that you would have remembered her cooking something that involved her wearing something to protect her clothing? Or I just feel like there's something there. Absolutely. Okay. So this was something that would stir a memory, like in the kitchen, I just see her picking up like an apron or something and drying her hands off and wipe her hands. Okay. So I'm not going to continue down this road and just keep coming up with different things to validate her, because obviously this is a memory, right? It's a strong thing when we have that. Oh my gosh, that's something she absolutely would have done. We always do mediumship for a reason. We do it to bring across the message, not to get validation that this is the person. When we feel it in our heart and we know who it is, then we move forward. And she keeps wanting to talk about trying something new, and this she's going to do it in the weirdest way. So hopefully it makes sense to you, but to me, it's a little bit like what? Um, and she keeps giving me this shortness of breath. She keeps reaching for a different spice. It's like she wanted to try something different, but she was so stuck in a pattern that she couldn't break out of that. So she did it that way because she always did it that way. And it was kind of like, if you switch something on people, then everybody's going to be like, well, that's not it. So I want to tell you, she's encouraging you to try something new, try something different. Step out of your box, step out of your comfort zone, take up a new craft, take up something that is going to create a laugh, a smile. I don't feel like you smile as much as you should. And she's like, come on, do something different. Pretty sure she said the 21st, 3 days. It's a 3-day event. I know we were leaving on the 18th, but we won't be there until the 20th, if we have that correct. I'll have to check the dates here in a second. I'll look at that in a minute. And she wants to talk about a cat. She wants to talk about a cat. I'm not quite sure why she wants to talk about a cat, but she shows petting a cat, a long-haired cat. And a cough. She also gives a cough. I don't know if you're allergic to cats or if somebody's allergic to cats, but she shows petting a cat and then coughing. So if you're having some respiratory problems, it's time to start paying attention to what could be stimulating a problem. If you're coughing or if you're having any kind of issues like that, start to pay attention to what could be an environmental antigen. Okay. Sometimes they come across with the weirdest information and you go like, okay, that might make sense to me. And then the puzzle pieces fall into place. But she says, pay attention. It's not necessarily, if you have a cough, it's not necessarily what you think it is. I hope you don't have a cough. Hey, Chris, how are you? I hope you don't have a cough, Elizabeth, but I'm sorry. Crying out loud. What the heck? In my defense, I have been working in the barn today and it is full of dust. So I have not been, I hope that's helpful, Elizabeth. I have not been present and no known allergies of pets. I'm currently in treatment and the doc is trying to rule out COPD. Okay. No known allergies to pets. I just pay attention to that. Okay. Pay attention to that. I didn't used to be allergic to cats. Now I am. And it happened over time. I don't know why, but COPD, we're sending you all sorts of love and healing and hoping that it's not COPD, right? Everyone, has a cough in this weather. Yeah, it's funky weather. I have to take my saddle. Some people are like, what the hell? I have to take my saddle out of my bedroom because that's where I store it and bring it out and clean it because it's molding. I'm like, what the hell? It's so damp and weird out that yeah, so you'll see my saddle behind me after a little bit because I gotta get it all straight because I have a goal. I want to get back on my horse. I want to literally. I have a saucy ass mare out in the barn and she just sits there. She'll do nothing. She's lazy, kind of like me. And I'm back out in the barn, working in the barn, and it feels so good to be outside working. What do I clean it with? I'm not quite sure yet, Diana, because it's a rough out. I have some of it's rough out, and then some of it's purple alligator. Why not? So I have to look at it and see what I'm going to do. I haven't cleaned it in a while, a couple years. So it's a nice saddle. It's a no pressure on the knee saddle, so the stirrups are moved back just a touch so that you don't get off and you can't walk. Giving you infection, driving you crazy. Life is crazy sometimes. It absolutely is. Absolutely. Okay. Moving on, everybody. Can I get a whoop whoop in the room? Can I get a whoop whoop? Oh, I was supposed to. That happens to you when you get off and you can't walk. It's because your knees are pushed so far forward that your alignment's off really bad. And this one I bought specifically for the pain factor being eliminated. Diana, we are leaving on the 18th, correct? So we're leaving on the 18th. We're not going to get into town until Thursday night. That way, so we'll be traveling on the 18th, staying at Laura's on that evening, getting up on the 19th, heading in, and then we'll be setting up on Friday morning. Thursday evening and Friday morning is what we're going to be setting up. So the show is actually Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Hey, Jansen. Good morning. Mullein is wonderful for allergies, as is oregano oil. Agreed. Taryn Bilbrick. Hey. Taryn. I feel like I need a little love. This actually, I use a lot of deck of cards, you guys. I have a lot of decks of cards. But this is my favorite. Oh, we'll be in Denver by the 19th. So we'll be there Thursday afternoon, probably. Make sure you put in no tolls. We're going to take 80-90, so there's going to be tolls. There's just going to be tolls. Hey. This is my favorite deck of cards. This is Magical Times by Jody Bergsma. This is probably my most used deck of cards. And it's just one of those comfortable things. But I know that when somebody needs something from this deck of cards, that they are working on something. Oh, and this actually talks about you not feeling your own energy, not knowing who you can totally be in this life. Not disengaged, but disempowered. Okay. They talk about your energy. I love this deck of cards. They talk about your energy, and there's being this new thing coming up. Because I know it's not a dragon, but this right here, this thing right here, looks like a baby dragon to me. I know it's not a dragon, and it isn't. It's a Celtic knot. But they're saying, hey, step into your power, start to feel who you are, step into your energy, because you've been, and this is a theme for the day. It is a theme. They're talking about being stagnant, not stepping into your rebirth. You have something coming up. You need to start really engaging and being aware of just how amazing you are. We forget to do that. We forget to go, you know what? I'm pretty damn cool. You need to start doing that. Because you do have something. Oh, I understand. Thank you. You have something coming up. You're going to be shifting gears in life. Something really amazing is going to be happening. I like that. I love that. Something really amazing is going to be happening for you. And you're going to slide into it so easy. They're like, there's no adversity here. You're going to step into this new thing in your life, and it is going to feel so perfect and so good. It's going to fit you like a glove. That's amazing. I love it. And I'm supposed to pull you a tarot card on top of that. Yeah. Put a little love in your heart. It's about being cared for. Allowing people to be of assistance. And noticing that there's things ahead of you that maybe you didn't anticipate. You have an ablation on October 3rd. You have some things coming up that are going to change your perspective, and it's all for a wonderful thing. It's going to be all the change that you have coming is for the better. That's what they have to say. Whoo, doggy. I am going to go with Winged Wanderer. I hope that's helpful. I'm going to go with Winged Wanderer. I love my guides. Mariana, there is no list. I go with who my guides tell me to pull for. So if I ask for a whoop whoop, that's what's going on, is I'm seeing who's in the room and whose energy pops out. Winged Wanderer, are you still here? Tonight's class, you guys, is on an herb. It's a mystery herb. I don't know what tonight's class is on. I haven't actually talked to Tammy Amit about it. So, but that class starts at 8 p.m. Eastern time on the membership. So you guys, if you're members, don't miss out. Her herb classes are always pretty interesting. And then we don't have class again until I'll put the meditation out on Friday. It will be for everybody. The meditation will go out to everybody this time. And I'm probably going to change it so that the meditations are back in the silver. But then the next class is, I don't know. I have to, it's usually more than one herb. Okay. I haven't decided what next week's class is going to be on yet because Mr. Fry is on turnaround. So we won't see him again until November. And I have to figure it out. Okay. Winged Wanderer. I have one guide that talks about, just bear with me. I'm so sorry. They come across with some of the weirdest stuff. And as I am stepping into your energy here, I get pressure in my teeth on one side. Now, generally, what this means is somebody has a sinus irritation. I know this is the weirdest information. It's like not what you expect to get, right? But they also talk about usually a sinus infection is coming on, or an allergy-induced sinus infection. Why we're on the allergies today, I don't know, but they do great with this. They do great with trip and falls, and and then earthquakes. My guides have some things they're really excellent at. And this is one of them. So if you start to notice maybe an earache or a toothache, a little bit of sinus pressure, make sure you're paying attention to that. Get on something for it, or just know that my guides are really on point with that. I don't know why. I really have no idea why, but it's interesting to me. Lots of been learned in that class, and you'll find just what you need here at times too. Absolutely. Okay, but I want to also talk about a Winged Wanderer. I want to talk about something a little bit different. And I know that was just kind of like the intro kind of thing. What's up, Billy Ann? How's Billy Ann? Hi, everybody. Okay, Winged Wanderer, I want to talk about the drum beat that I hear in the background. I hear indigenous practices. I hear somebody in the background that is been what we would consider a healer, right? So And I'm going to change the gears on this one a little bit. I'm going to say this is actually past life for you. No, I'm not. Okay, this is somebody in your past. Okay, this is somebody that's passed away. They gave me like a knock on the head. Not a knock, but just a pressure. This is somebody that's passed away in your family that would have been considered the healer. They would have been the person everybody went to. My owie hurts. Maybe they had the methylate. Okay. You know, anybody know what methylate is? If you're a Gen Xer, you know what methylate is. That's why we grew up tough. Because every time you get a scrape, grandma wanted to put methylate on it and it hurt like hell, and then you were red for a month. But they're talking about this person in your past. Somebody has passed away that is the healer. They're the one that made everything better. Yeah, right? Run. When they pull out the methylate, run. It was rough stuff. This is not necessarily somebody that you would have been talking to as well. This is, oh, I understand. Oh my gosh, this is beautiful. This is not necessarily, you might even know, right? This is what makes it really interesting. It might not even be anybody you know as having been related to you. And that's okay. They're talking about it's time to start connecting back to your past. It's time to start connecting to the heartbeat of the planet, the theta brainwave, the feeling of being a shaman, the feeling of being a healer. And this is not the first time I'm going to say that you would have been a shaman or a healer in a lifetime. So that's what they're kind of going. They're like, it's time to step into that soul energy of being the person. Do you guys hear the peacock outside? That's what that is, the peacock. It's time to start stepping into that shamanic drumming, that feeling of being connected to the planet. Now, I'm going to tell you that this comes with dragon energy. I absolutely see dragons. I see that really powerful energy that goes with that. Now, I know that the Pleiadian dragons and all those dragon energies are out there, but this is the master dragon. This is not about ego. Don't jump into the ego on this, okay? This is about the soul's journey, knowing how to be a healer and how you can engage that in this lifetime. So I'm going to show you what they're talking about, the disconnect from your past, that there's no disconnect. There's disconnect from your past, no connection. And the lack of stepping into that faith that there is something within you that will create healing for other people. Okay. Sometimes we just feel like, oh, you know, that's just not me. That's not who I would be or what I would want to do. And then we get a spark. And then we get a spark. And we have all of these new beginnings happening and we become connected. I love this deck of cards. It's so profound. Look at new beginnings again. Like, how many times do we have to hit you with a 2x4? It's time to start being the healer. You don't have to heal for everybody. Maybe just for yourself. But it's time to start creating. Jazz, hey, it's time to start creating the connection. Creating that awareness of who you are on a soul level. I do not talk about dragons for everybody. Dragon energy for me when doing animal totem readings, because I've been doing shamanic work now for almost 20 years. Dragon energy for me means stepping into the awareness that there's so much more than us. But on a soul level, you have mastery over something. It's not in this lifetime. It's not in this moment, is a better way to put it. It is in the soul. We are not masters here. There is not a master walking this planet. We are masters on the other side. And that is the way it's designed. Because if you had a bunch of masters bumping into each other on planet Earth, holy shit, right? Ego, ego, ego. Christine Emerson, how are you? Nicole, welcome. Jazz, thank you. Thank you. I haven't been as online as I normally would be, right? Life, life. It gets busy, and especially at the beginning of the month. But what else falls in the beginning of the month? Because I'm doing all of our scheduling, all of our newsletters. We're starting to do a weekly newsletter. Oh, Christine, spend as much time with them as you can, girl. Absolutely. I start to feel organized. I start to feel organized at the beginning of the month because I'm like, bam, 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 bam. Get all my social stuff done. I get all the classes set up. I get all the meditation set up. Everything falls into place. And then I fall into neurosis the first week before the end of the month. And I'm like, oh my God, I got to do it all again. But I need to structure better. That's all. Thank you, Billy Ann. I have adjusted the newsletter. I have changed it up quite a bit. I need to figure out how to slim it down a little bit, but we're starting to do a weekly newsletter that is featuring the people that will be doing classes that week, the readers that'll be in the store that week, and any sales that we have going on with QR codes. We're trying to make it super easy for everybody to engage with everything that we have going on, join classes and stuff like that. When we roll around into January, I'm going to start doing online events. We'll be doing shamanic journey events, healing events, and things like that. We will have been through the cruise. The cruise is, let me see over here. The cruise is leaving right here. The cruise goes out December 8th, and we are on an 8-day cruise going to the Mayan ruins. And we have 20 plus speakers on the cruise. So exciting. I am honored to be this featured speaker on the cruise, and I'm so incredibly excited. There are still spaces. December 8th, Billy Ann. Yep, it leaves December 8th. Very excited to be going out on this cruise and having such a good time with such amazing people. Many of the friends we have online, we met on the cruise 5 years ago, and we have remained fast friends. So it's really an incredible experience if you can get to Galveston and jump on the cruise ship in December. That is the thingy right there. Okay, let's see. But yes, Winged Wanderer, I love your energy. I love your energy. Step back into being the healer that your soul is so aware that you are. Okay. Everybody, I think I'm going to go to the grocery store. Doesn't that sound so exciting? It sounds so exciting. But I haven't eaten today, and I have my coffee, and I've been outside working all morning. It feels good to get outside and be out engaged. I'm taking down cobwebs. So many cobwebs. So many cobwebs. And I know, but right before your birthday, Jazz, come on. It is going to be a lot of fun. It's 8 days. We're going to 2 different Mayan ruins. We have 3 island destinations to hit. We're doing ceremony at the ruins. We're going to have so much fun. And there's just lots of good things going on. I mean, there's like classes the whole time on the sea days that you can attend, or just go do your own thing. You know, it's not like, oh, it's fun. It's all right. All right, everybody. Where's the link? So follow this right here at the bottom. It says cruise with us, tinyurl.com, cruise my mystical life, MML, cruise MML. Yeah. And if you don't have somebody that wants to go with you, don't worry about it. We have people that are looking for roommates. Not a problem. But Pete, if you talk to Pete online, he is the guy. Use that link, and that gets me credit. So it is. We have a blast. You put 300 psychics or intuitives or people on their path on the sea together. Put the water element in with the intuition. The most amazing things happen. So, all right, everybody, have a wonderful afternoon. Find light, find love, find joy, feel divine, because you absolutely are. And may the light be with you. And I will see you later.